Good morning. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's doing well and has great plans for the weekend. Thank you for joining me on another Coffee with Angel. So, we are live streaming on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can also drop your comments. I'm going to open the comments box, comments or questions. So thanks for joining me. And I hope you have your favorite morning beverage. I have coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker, but I keep it simple. I'm from New Orleans. I just want my coffee and my steamed milk, otherwise known as a cafe au lait. So, Coffee with Angel is an opportunity for me to just hop online, answer some of this week's Q&As about silver hair and all things related to being a fabulous silverista. So, if you're new here, I'll just do a bright oh, hey, Denise, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Sorry. So, if you're new here, I'll just do a brief introduction. I'm Angel Cornelius, and I'm the founder of Maison 276, where we're building the leading beauty brand for middle-aged women who want to embrace the naturally occurring changes that take place in their bodies with clean and innovative products, while also celebrating the beauty and vibrancy of their lives. Our hero product is a three-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair that's designed to brighten, cleanse, and rejuvenate the natural brilliance of your hair without the use of purple dyes. I've had silver hair all my life. My mother found my first silver strand. I was so young, she was still combing my hair. So I've grown up with silver hair, and I know a lot about the challenges of what it means to have silver hair. Now, before I get into this week's questions, I will always touch, I'll always start with the most common question that I get about silver and gray hair, and that is, why is my hair so disrespectful? Your silver or gray hair is not disrespectful, it's just different. Our hair is just like our skin. It changes as we mature. And as our skin gets drier, our hair does too. As we mature, two significant things happen. One, producing as much sebum. Sebum is the thing, it is a gland that produces the natural oils that moisturize and condition our hair. The other thing that happens is our hair stops producing melanin, which is essentially the thing that gives it color. And when that happens, the texture most likely will change, and that unmelanated hair, that silver, gray, or white hair, becomes drier. And so you simply have to treat that hair differently than you do your melanated hair. It needs products that condition, it needs products that help it retain moisture, which is why it feels dry, and that keeps it hydrated and moisturized. You can have beautiful, brilliant, bright silver hair. It just needs the proper products that provide conditioning, moisturizing, and hydration. Okay, so let's get started with one of our first questions from this week. She says, I normally use, and I'll leave out the product, this particular shampoo, leave-in conditioner, and forming custard. I style my hair with my fingers because it's very short. I want to wash and go. I'm looking for curl definition, but it lacks dryness. So usually when I get a question like this, I follow up with, tell me what you do. She says, I do a wash and go. I wash my hair every other week, okay? And on a daily basis, I use a curling cream, a setting lotion, and I spritz it with water. So she washes it every other week, which in and of itself is not terrible. But every day she's applying a curling custard, a setting lotion, and water. It's dry and it lacks luster because the hair is just weighed down. Like you are literally piling product on your hair every day for essentially 14 days. So, my recommendation first is to stop using styling products every single day. Now, you do want to retain moisture. So, spritzing your hair with water is a great idea because you want to hydrate. I actually do the same thing, especially when I'm wearing a twist out. I will hydrate my hair every night before I retwist it. But what you want to do is after that first day of applying that curling cream, the setting lotion, the next day, just use water. That product is still there. If you just spritz your hair with water, you will not only continue to hydrate your hair, but you will likely activate that setting lotion that's there. The other recommendation for someone who is using shampoo every other week, on that off week, rinse your hair or co-wash. A co-wash is simply cleansing your hair with shampoo instead of conditioner. Because if you have all that product buildup, you're going to need to refresh your hair. So if you don't want to use the shampoo every week, then simply rinse all of the product out of your hair, add a light amount of conditioner, and then style. And I think you'll be amazed with the results. So thank you so much for sending in that question, and follow up with me and let me know how it works. Another question that I often get is the yellowing, the dullness, and the discoloration. That's a very, very common question with silver and blonde hair. And what you have to remember is that our hair can burn just like our skin. And so, particularly in the summer months when we need to be, when we tend to be out more and we have more exposure to the sun, we are really exposing our hair to, hello, Deborah. Thank you for joining. And again, if you're listening in and you have other questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. So that summer hair, because it's exposed to more sun and it can burn just like our skin. We don't necessarily want to wear a hat or a scarf all the time. I run a lot, and so if I don't have a baseball cap on, that hair will get sunburned. And so we want to think about what can we do to protect our hair. If we're swimming or if we're just out in the elements, we want to apply moisturizer as kind of a protectant against the sun. You also want to use a clarifying product, a product that removes the dullness and discoloration. And that's where the Maison 276 three-step system comes in, because step one, the clarifier, that product is specifically formulated to brighten the natural dullness and discoloration. That's just a function of having silver or blonde hair. Think of your hair as wearing the same white dress every day. No matter how much you wash it, it's going to get dull and dingy. And so that clarifier is designed to lift that dullness and discoloration while also moisturizing, conditioning, and retaining that moisture and hydration that you need. And so that's what those yellow dull overtones can be from. Another reason you may have the dull yellow overtones is product buildup, because depending on what type of products you're using, if they contain phosphates, which you should never use if you have silver or blonde hair, because you're simply pulling moisture from your hair and you're drying your hair out. So if you're using products that have phosphates, sulfates, silicones, parabens, uh, petroleum-based products, particularly the last three, the petroleum, silicone, and parabens. Those can sometimes coat the hair, and those products may not be removed when you shampoo if you're using a regular shampoo. And so that can also lead to that dullness and discoloration that you're seeing in your silver or blonde hair. And so again, that's where a good, healthy, white, cleansing clarifier and brightener will come into play. How often should you use the clarifier? That's a great question. I have a lot of white hair, as you can see. So I use the step one clarify to brighten my silver hair every single time I shampoo. Now, because I use it every time I shampoo, I can only leave it in, for 3 to 5 minutes and I'm good to go, rinse it out, and I move on with the shampoo. If you have a lot of dullness and discoloration, and if those yellow tones have accumulated over years, it's going to take more than one treatment to remove those yellow, brown, brassy tones. So be patient. Trust the process. You can leave it on up to 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. Put it on before you get in the shower, and then rinse and shampoo. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Thank you. I'm a big coffee drinker. Yes, before you shampoo. Oh, yeah, I was saying you can leave it on up to 15, 20 minutes. So sometimes you want to do that, even before you get in the shower. Another tip for getting the best use of step one, the clarify. If you have a lot of product on your hair, for instance, I have a lot of gel on my hair right now because I'm going to be wearing a ponytail later today. If you have a lot of styling products, whether it's a curling custard, something that you've been applying daily, you have a lot of gel like I have on my hair now, I will completely rinse my hair before I apply the Clarify step one, because I want it to actually work on my hair and not have to fight through all of this gel that I have that it's required to slick down this thick 4C hair. Okay. So that's another tip that I use for the Clarify. Okay, let's get on to our next question. Can the Maison 276 3-step system be used on relaxed hair? Absolutely. And in fact, the system is designed for all hair types and textures. So whether you have curly, wavy, coily, kinky, straight, sister locks, braids, regular locks, or relaxed hair, you can use the 3-step system. Relaxed hair comes with a special set of challenges because it can really discolor your silver or gray hair, anywhere from yellow to green. It the relaxer really does a job on silver hair. And so the way you should use that, if you relax your hair, first of all, you want to follow the manufacturer's instructions as it relates to the relaxer manufacturer's instructions. Don't skip steps. So typically you apply a relaxer, you or your stylist, you rinse that, and then you use what's called a neutralizing shampoo. And that step is very important because the neutralizer stops the relaxing process. So if you're using a relaxer at home and you want to use the 3-step system, you can do that, but you have to use that neutralizing shampoo first. So you use the neutralizing shampoo for your first shampoo to stop the chemical process of relaxing your hair, and to also make sure you're removing all of the relaxer. And then I recommend using the hydrate shampoo and then moving on to the restore conditioner. Sometimes when you use a relaxer, it can cause scalp irritation. And that is why I recommend skipping the Clarify immediately after a relaxer and using the Clarify on your second shampoo. And it will help to lift those yellow and hopefully not green, but sometimes if you get a relaxer, that can happen. The Clarify step one will help remove those yellow or green or whatever other colors that relaxer has turned your beautiful silver or gray hair. So yes, you can use it on relaxed hair, but you have to follow the relaxer's instructions on how to stop that chemical relaxing process. And so here's another question I have on color treated hair. So I always like to say, I'm not the silver police. If you want to color your silver hair, do you, boo, as we say in the South. I want you to be the most confident version of yourself. And if you believe coloring your hair helps you achieve that, that's fine. But it's important to know that coloring the silver hair does not change the characteristics of the hair. It still has those same qualities of silver hair in that it's going to be drier. The texture is going to be different. And in fact, if you're relaxing your hair, it's going to be even drier because the chemical relaxer changes the structure of your hair. And some of those changes cause your hair to be drier. So I'm going to read her exact question. As someone who likes to keep the gray away, okay, do you? I dye my hair as well as keeping it relaxed. Can I still use the Maison 276 three-step system? She says the gray hair has a texture of its own. Yes, we know. And the rest of my hair that's not gray is very dry and rough. Okay. So this is someone who relaxes their hair. She colors her hair. And so she's finding that it's dry, which is not surprising to me for all of the reasons we previously discussed. Silver hair tends to be drier, the texture can change. You're adding two chemicals to your hair, the relaxer and then the dye, two things that are also drawing moisture from your hair. So, first and foremost, you need a lot of deep conditioning. So, the Restore conditioner is formulated to be used in a way that best suits your hair care needs. If you have fine, thin hair, we recommend using the Restore conditioner as a rinse out. I have thick, wavy, coily, curly hair. I use it as a leave in, and I also use it as a twisting lotion for my twist out. However, you can also use the Restore conditioner as a mask. You can use it as a leave on, either apply a plastic bonnet, or I have a heated bonnet that I use. It has flax seeds in it, and I heat it in the microwave. And I actually, twice a month, will do a deep heated conditioning with the Restore conditioner. I'll put it on, and then I put the heated flaxseed cap on my hair, and I will leave that on for up to 30 minutes. And it is a great, great heated, deep cleansing, a deep conditioner. So if you're relaxing your hair and coloring your hair, you need a really, really deep conditioning mask. And that's how I recommend first using the Restore conditioner. So if you're coloring your hair, and this applies really to anyone who's coloring their silver hair, you can still use the Maison 276 system. You only need the shampoo and the conditioner. You don't need the clarify because you're coloring your silver, so you're not trying to remove those yellow, brassy, brown overtones. But remember, you still have silver gray hair, and so you still need to address those naturally occurring changes that are taking place in your hair as it matures. And so use that hydrate shampoo and use that Restore conditioner either as a leave-in or a rinse out, but at least twice a month you should use it as a deep conditioning mask. So I love these questions. And so how I came up with this idea of coffee with Angel on Fridays. I like to start my week off on a Monday with a clean email slate. So on Friday, I always want to wrap up any customer questions that I get. I'm always drinking coffee, obviously. And so I thought, while I'm answering questions anyway on Friday morning, I'm always drinking my coffee. So let's just hop in and do a live and let's do a chit chat. So thank you guys so much for dropping in and for listening. Thank you for the comments. So I really want to know, one, if this is helpful, two, what other specific questions that you have, because I'm here to serve you and to answer your hair care questions and help you meet your hair care needs. and not just hair care, like all things middle age. I recently started a YouTube channel called The Beauty of Aging, and I talk about everything, not just hair care. I talk about exercise. I talk about, what I eat. Because we're more than our hair, right? We're a whole human being, a whole body. And I believe in order to thrive in this second half of our life, we've got to address all the things. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Well, I'm so glad this is helpful for you. Thank you so much. And so, if you ever wonder, like, why is she talking about what she cooked and why is she showing us her workout routine? Because we're a whole human being and we have to address all the things, because I'm a big sports fan. So football season's about to start in a few minutes. So you just should know in a few Fridays I'm going to be wearing a Saints shirt. So I'm just saying, I don't know what kind of season we're going to have, but I'm going to be wearing a Saints shirt. And so that's why I like to talk about all the things, because we're more than just our hair. But our hair is our crown. And if we don't feel good about our hair, hence the term a bad hair day, because not only is our day ruined, somebody else's day might be ruined too if we're not feeling good about our hair. So I promised that this was going to be just the amount of time that it takes you to finish your morning cup of coffee. Thank you so much for joining me. I want you guys to, hit me up in the emails and the DMs. Let me know what other topics you want to talk about. I look forward to these Friday mornings. And so I will see you guys next Friday on Coffee with Angel. Have an amazing day. And don't forget to check out the Beauty of Aging's YouTube channel, because tomorrow morning I'm loading up a new, my first ever makeup tutorial, because I get a lot of questions about that. Okay, Denise. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Michelle. How are you? Girl, I sent you a text a few weeks ago because I hadn't seen you and I just wanted to check in. So great, great, great hearing from you. So Denise just dropped in. Oh, my sister is on the line. My sister, Charlene. Thank you, sis. I love you. So Denise dropped in a topic, hair loss. And so, in full transparency, Denise, that actually is a topic that I want to discuss, because I have recently had my own hair loss challenge. And I'm very comfortable talking about it now because I've kind of gone through all the steps. I like to say the steps of grieving, because hair loss is very traumatic for women. And regardless of the amount, right, is very traumatic. And so, thank you for dropping that topic in. I think it's confirmation that it's time for me to talk about it and share how I dealt with it, how I'm dealing with it, and how I've come out on the other side just with joy and excitement and gratitude. Um, and so, thank you. I appreciate that, Denise. Um, so that is a very it's a topic that we could talk about for a minute. So thank you. I That will be our topic for next Friday. Hair loss. I got you. I got you. Oh, the name of the YouTube channel is The Beauty of Aging. But if you just type my name, Angel Cornelius, it will come up. Um, it will come up, Angel Cornelius. And I actually have like only two things about hair on there. There's a lot of cooking on there. Y'all know I'm from New Orleans. I like to eat. And I do like to cook. I do like to cook. So there's some exercise stuff. And yeah, so give me some ideas. Drop me some ideas in the chat of other stuff you want to see. I'm starting to get more comfortable in this whole content creation thing. Yeah, because I didn't think anybody was really interested, to be honest with you. So, oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. So, okay, you guys, we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next Friday morning on Coffee with Angel. Have an amazing day. I'm going to finish my Cafe LA and dig into these emails and the rest of these Zoom meetings for today. I love you guys. Bye.